And let's move into any comfortable position that feels good for you. So lying down or seated, child's pose, whatever feels good for you today. And once you find your comfortable position, I want you to check in with how your body's feeling. As we listen to how our body is feeling and make that connection, begin to notice how our breath feels within our body. And whatever your position is in, let's slowly move into a lying down position on our back. And drawing our arms out to the side, line up our elbows with our shoulders and point our fingers up to the ceiling. As we hold here, let your hands relax in any direction they want to relax. Focus on the shoulders softening down towards the earth. Let them get heavy. Maybe notice if one shoulder lifts up higher than the other, if one is in a little more rotation than the other. Just recognizing, checking in. As we build that knowledge, that information that we find within our body, use that information as we find movement to honor the movement within our body, recognizing first where we're at and second where we can go. Continuing to allow our shoulders to get heavy on the floor. Let's slowly turn our fingers back up to the ceiling, then turn our palms up as we point our fingers back behind us. And then we're going to very gently let our hands come down towards the floor. Doesn't mean they're going to touch, they're just going to go that direction. As we move into rotation within our shoulders. Now, some of you may notice that your shoulders rest a little bit heavier on the floor. Some may notice that there's a little less movement on one side than the other. And let whatever you find be okay. Make any adjustments to find comfort. Maybe adjusting your shoulder blades on your back. Maybe adjusting the tops of your shoulders away from your ears. And keeping our shoulders down away from our ears, keeping our shoulder blades flat on our back. Begin to lift our hands up so that our fingers point back up to the ceiling. And then we're going to flex our wrists, let our fingertips point down towards the floor in front of us. And I want you to listen to your shoulders more than your hands. Keep the back of our shoulders down on the floor. We're going to let our hands reach down towards the floor, finding rotation in the other direction. But again, listening to our shoulders, making sure they don't move, that they're staying solid, they're creating a foundation as our hands move down. And don't get hung up on touching the floor. It doesn't matter if we're in that position of reaching the floor in either direction. What's more important is noticing our range of motion, that they should be the same on both sides, unless there's a reason that they wouldn't be. Keep our awareness on our shoulders. And slowly lifting our hands up. Reach our hands up to the ceiling. And then draw our arms down towards our side, palms facing down. Let's bend our knees one at a time. Walk our feet in as close to our hips as comfortable for us. Notice the natural curve of our low back, that our upper mid back is flat, and that shoulder blades stay firm on our back. On our next inhale, let's reach our hands up to the ceiling. Honoring the range of motion within our arms and our shoulders, reach our hands back behind us. Keep the front of our ribs hugged down. And then on our next exhale, moving from the strength of our core, hugging our belly in, lift our arms up and draw them back to our side. And then inhaling, lifting our arms back up, draw them back behind you. Taking it only to your comfortable range of motion. Exhaling, bringing our arms back to our side. Inhaling, reaching our arms up and back, keeping the base of our ribs hugged down. And exhale, bringing our arms back to our side. From here, we're going to incorporate lower body with upper body. So just checking in that our shoulders are comfortable and relaxed. Make sure your feet are in a position that's comfortable for you. On our next inhale, let's lift our hips and our arms, drawing our arms back behind us. And then exhaling, bringing our arms back to our side as we lower our hips. Inhaling, rising up. Exhale, lower down. Inhaling, rising up. Exhale, lower down. Couple more times. Remembering to honor our body and where we are today. And one more time. From this position, let's let our arms come out, palms face up. We're just going to relax our arms and shoulders. Press the back of our hips into the mat, feel our belly hug in. Then extend our left leg forward. Roll our leg out. Bend our knee. And then lift our knee back up. Keeping the back of our hips pressed down, keeping our belly hugged in, we're supporting the foundation of our hips. Extend our right leg. Roll our leg out. Bend our knee. And then lift our knee up. Left leg forward. Roll it out. Bend our knee out to the side. And lift our knee up. Right leg forward. Roll our leg out. Bending our knee. Lift our knee up. We're keeping our hips level and strong as we do one more time each side. Wrapping up the other side. And lifting our knee up. Let's draw both knees into our chest. Give them a hug. And then we're going to roll over to one side or rock forward and back. Come up to a seated position, then flip over to all fours. From our all fours position, find our spine neutral, fingers spread wide, joints stacked. And on our next inhale, let's open up the front of our body, draw our tailbone back and gently lift it up, creating a curve rather than a hinge within our spine. And then on our next exhale, let's round our back. Let our head hang. Let our tailbone draw down towards the floor. And then inhale, reach our tailbone back, lengthen across our belly, open up our heart to the front of our mat. Actively pressing our hands into the mat. Exhaling, rounding. And inhaling, opening. Exhale, rounding. And inhaling, opening. From here, draw our spines to neutral. We're going to shift our weight into our right knee, draw our left knee out to the side, sweep it back behind us, and then draw it in underneath. We're going to make a couple more circles, but as we do so, I want you to keep your spine neutral and your pelvis, so your hips level. Draw your knee out to the side, take it back, draw it underneath you, back out to the side, and back. Drawing it underneath you one more time, knee out to the side, back, and draw it underneath you. We're going to do the same thing other side, shifting our weight over to our left knee, lift our right knee up, and then kick our right knee out to the side, and then back, and then underneath you. Just finding the full range of motion within your hip. Again, we're not changing the height of our hip. We're not changing our spine, though you will feel it engage. Let's find one more time. drawing our knee underneath us. We're going to add on to this movement. We're going to move just one time each side, and then we're going to rotate and grab a seat. And we're going to have options to find more challenge from there. Take our left knee out to the side, sweep it back, bring it back underneath us, plant your knees. We're going to draw our hips over to the left, grab a seat, let our right hand come up, and our right hand's going to come back behind us. So we're going to be grabbing a seat facing the back of our mat. Now from here, I want you to open up your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back. And lift our right hand, take it back onto the floor, coming back to all fours. We're going to take our right knee, reach it out to the side, sweep it back behind us, take it underneath us, plant our knee on the mat. Our hips are going to come to the right. We're going to lift our left hand and take it back behind us. Open up our chest, squeezing our shoulder blades together. Lengthening across our belly. Fingertips are pointing back behind us. Then lift our left hand, roll our knees to the left, come back to all fours. We're going to do that again. Left knee out to the side, sweep it back, underneath us. Lower our left knee down, hips come to the left, lower them down. Right hand sweeps out to the side and back behind us. Chest stays open. And then right hand comes back up and to the floor as we come to all fours. Take our right knee out to the side, sweep it back, and then bring it back underneath us, lowering it down. Hips come to the right, left hand lifts, and we're opening up our chest. Left hand comes down to the mat, all fours. Left knee comes out, make a nice big circle. Sweep it underneath us, hips come to the left, lower it down. Right hand comes over to the side, open up our chest, option to lift our feet. Lower our feet, right hand comes back down to the mat, we come to all fours. Right knee comes out to the side, sweep it back, and bring it back underneath us. Hips come to the right, left hand comes down to the mat. Open up our chest first. Option, lift our feet. Lower our feet down. Come back to all fours. One more time. Left knee out to the side. Sweep it back. Underneath us. Hips come to the left. Right hand comes to the floor. Open up our chest first. Option to lift our feet. Feet down, right hand down, come to all fours. Right knee, sweep it out to the side and back, underneath us. Hips come to the right, left hand comes to the floor, open up our chest. Option, lift our feet. Lower our feet down, roll to the right, come back to all fours. From here, find that neutral spine again. And then we're going to walk our hands forward, come to kneeling plank. Let the tops of our feet rest onto the mat. Bend our elbows, slowly lower down. Inhale, lifting our chest, lengthening across our belly, reach our toes back, engage our legs, press our tailbone down, opening up our heart. Feeling our shoulders draw back, broadening across our collarbones. From here, we're going to turn our gaze over our left shoulder, slide our left knee out to the side, and turn our gaze towards the back of our mat. Slide our left leg back, come back to center. Right knee comes out to the side as we turn our gaze to the right and the back of our mat. Slowly kick our right leg back, come back to center. Left knee comes out to the side, take a peek back. And extend back, come back to center. Right leg comes up, gaze comes to the back of our mat, and back to center. One more time each side. Left knee comes up into the back of our mat is where our gaze goes. And back to center. And right side one more time. And back to center. From here, lower our chest, slide our hands underneath our forehead. Taking a moment to pause, letting our head and neck and shoulders completely relax. From this position, lift our head, turn our gaze forward. Notice the muscles in the back of our body along our spine engage to lift our head. Slide our hands out. And then from here, we're going to slowly slide our hands back, drawing our elbows into our side, opening our chest. Exhale, slide our hands forward, lower our forehead down to the mat. Inhale, lifting our head, draw our elbows back. Exhale, sliding our hands forward, lowering our forehead down. Inhaling, lifting our head, elbows back. And exhaling, slowly down. One more time, inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Let our shoulders relax. Draw our elbows in line with our shoulders. Create a 90-degree bend at our elbows. So kind of goalpost arms, any way that you want to see these arms that are out to the side. Then from here, we're going to lift just our hands up off the mat. Try and keep your wrists straight. So your forearms are going to lift a little bit too. Elbows stay down. Shoulder blades are firm on your back. Forehead's resting on the mat. Lower body may engage a little bit, but it should barely be working at all. Should be pretty relaxed through the lower body. And lower our hands down. Relax our arms, our shoulders. And then we're going to lift our hands again, keeping our wrists straight. Lift only to what honors you. Keeping our elbows down. Lower body is staying pretty relaxed. Maybe lift our arms up a little bit more. And holding. You should be feeling the back of your shoulders and upper back working a little bit. And lower our arms down and relax. Slide our hands to the side of our shoulders or side of our chest. Keeping our elbows pointed up, hug our bellies in. Press up and back to child's pose or puppy pose. Maybe extending the hands forward of our chest and our You're in puppy pose, chest, walk your hands underneath you. We're going to curl our toes under, lift our knees, walk our hands back towards our feet to fold at the back of our mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Walk our hands forward. We're going to lower our knees down to the mat. Come back to all fours. Then we're going to lift our hands and step our left foot forward. Coming into a 90-90. So we're having a 90-degree bend at our front knee and our back knee. So we're not pushing our hips forward. We're keeping our weight stacked over our back knee. Now from here, roll the shoulders back and down. We're going to take our right hand, make a fist, and then drive that fist down towards the floor. Hug our bellies in. Feel your left arm hug into your side. I want you to notice that your shoulders are braced. From this brace, we're going to extend our right arm forward. And I want you to imagine that you're packing your shoulder and that you're lifting a weight up off the floor. Your arm is staying straight and rigid. Your shoulder blade stays firm on your back. And we're going to continue to lift, moving slowly through our shoulder. Belly stays hugged in a lot. Moving through our range of motion, arms stay straight. We're going to bring it to the side of our head. Once we get to the side of our head, I want you to hold. Notice that the height of your shoulder should be the same on both sides. Your right shoulder blade should be firm on your back. Your belly stays hugged in. The front of your ribs stay hugged in. Your left arm is active. Your breath is probably short because you're bracing through the core of your body. You're actually working here, working a lot. Now begin to turn your palm away from your body. So your thumb points forward. From here, we're going to reach our arm back, staying within that full range of motion, staying strong through the shoulder, keeping our belly hugged in, our shoulders the same height. Keep reaching to the knuckles of our hands. Don't let our shoulder pull our other shoulder out of alignment. Keep rotating your arms so that your pinky starts to point forward. And then we're going to draw our arm back to our side with our pinky pointing forward. From here, we're going to kick our arm back, keep our shoulders aligned, keep our chest aligned, belly hugged in. We're just moving within our range of motion. Honor what that is today. Feel your shoulder blade work onto your back. Arm starts to rotate, so now your thumb is starting to point towards your body. Your pinky's pointing forward again. And then we're going to take our arm forward. Make sure we're not lifting our right shoulder up. Driving our arm down, keep extending out through our knuckles. Breathing. Arm comes to our side. Extend our fingers, relax. Maybe shake out our hand, our wrist, our elbow, our arm. And we're going to do it again. Make a fist at our side. Drive our knuckles down. Make sure that our head is in line with our shoulders are in line with our ribs. Begin to hug our belly in a lot, like you were bracing to be knocked over. Keep your left arm engaged and into your side. Slowly reach your knuckles forward and up to the ceiling. You can move a little bit quicker this time if you can keep your shoulder past. The shoulder should be working a lot. Keep lifting up. And by the time you clear your head, your arm is going to start to rotate out. So your palm faces away from you. Keep rotating. Keep your shoulders, the core of your body stable. Remember, your breath is going to be a little bit shorter because your belly's hugged in and you're bracing the entire core of your body. By the time your arm gets to your side, we're going to take it back again. Move through those areas that seem to be a little more challenging. Move a little bit slower through them. See if you can feel what's going on in that shoulder. Keep the arms straight, don't let it bend. Remembering that your pinky is reaching forward and down, and you're moving in the forward position. When your arm gets to your side, extend your fingers, holding in full extension, and then take it out. You got your hand, wrist, maybe your elbow, your arm, your shoulder. And then relax. From here, we're going to release our left knee down to the mat. Inhale, sweep both hands up. Exhale, we're moving into child's pose, hips back, arms down, and lower all the way down. Taking a moment to notice how we feel. Sliding our hands forward. Hug our upper arms in towards our head, but pull our shoulder blades down our back. Lift our chest, come to kneeling point. Lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra, engaging through the lower body as well as the upper. Exhale, lower down. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press up and back to child's pose. Slide our hands underneath our shoulders. Press ourselves up. Come onto our knees. Step our right foot forward. And we're just looking for that 90-90 again. That place where hips can be over our knee, knee can be over our ankle. And then from here, we're going to make a fist with our left hand. We're going to hug our right elbow into our side. We're going to hug our bellies in. And I want you to pull your head back and reach up to the crown of your head. Keeping everything braced. You should feel this all the way from your knee up towards the top of your head. And then slowly reach our left hand forward. Keep that left shoulder packed. So the shoulder stays down, away from our ear. Shoulder blade moves onto our back. Arm is straight. No rotation to the core of our body. We should be fairly braced. Remember, we're moving only through the areas of our shoulder where we feel successful. No discomfort, no pain. You can take your arm out as wide as you like as you turn and rotate your arm and draw it back. Don't take your ribs with you or your shoulder. No discomfort, no pain. Just finding successful movement. What that looks like today will be different from what it's looked like before and what it's going to look like in the future. Remember, you're rotating your arm, so your pinky should be pointing forward by the time your arm comes back to your side. Then slowly kick our left arm back, keeping your arm straight, rigid, core is strong, lifting up, arm is rotating. Keep that arm straight. Lift it up to the ceiling. And then bring your arms forward. Thumb should be pointing up. Bring your arm all the way down to our side. And when it gets to our side, extend our fingers. Take out our fingers, our hand, our wrist, our elbow, our shoulder. We're going to do this one more time. Relaxing our arm, make a fist. Hug the shoulder blade onto our back. Hug our right arm into our side, hug our bellies in, bracing yourself as if somebody was going to knock you down. Slowly reach our arm forward. Keep our arm rigid and straight as a board. Move only within your successful range of motion today. Shaking is absolutely okay. Listen to how you work through your arm and your shoulder. Keeping your movement slow so that you can hear what's going on in your arm, in your shoulder. Rotating our arm as we take it back. The rotation is continual. It's not just move into rotation and stay there. The more you move your arm within your shoulder, the more your arm can rotate. Pinky should be pointing forward by the time it gets to your side. Take it back. Listen to the areas you're getting stuck. Can you find success? Keep your arm straight. Let your arm rotate as it moves. When our arm gets back to our side, extend our fingers. And then shake them out. Take that movement all the way up to our shoulder. And relax. From here, we're going to find a comfortable seat. So lower your knees down. You can grab a seat on your block or on your towel, whatever you have nearby that's comfortable for you. You can sit cross-legged. You can sit on your heels, whatever feels the best for your body. And let your hands come to your legs, your lap. Roll the shoulders back and down. See if you can find alignment through the core of your body. Notice if you lean to one side, you lean forward, you lean back. Where can you find alignment that keeps the curve of your low back, allows your head to rest comfortably over your shoulders. Close your eyes. And then lower your chin down towards your throat. And as you lower your chin down, think of this more as flexion of your spine than dropping your head forward. Let the shoulders relax down. You may notice the tension or the tightness within the back of your neck moves down your spine, but also down the back of your shoulders to the ends of your shoulders. Keep lifting and lengthening your spine as if you were rising up taller. Now hug our elbows into the side of our body, hug our belly in. Get really strong through your shoulders. Notice how that affects our neck. Remembering that all the components of our body work together. So we can refer to them as separate areas. They're still all one, all connected. We're going to keep the belly braced, arms into our side. Slowly push our chin to the right. This is not a passive movement. This is an active movement. As if we were pushing into dense air, or as if we were pulling a weight with our head. Find your full range of motion. Slowly lift our left ear. Again, as if we were using our head to lift something up off the floor. Keeping our nose pointed to the right, we're letting our left ear rise up as far as we can go. Elbows are still hugging into our side, belly still hugging in. Slowly lift our chin and push it over to the left. Explore your range of motion. Think about this, about rotation more than pushing your head in any direction. Staying active, pull our right ear down. Slowly push our chin back to center. And relax. Hug our elbows into our side, hug our bellies in. Pull our shoulders down away from our ears. Slowly push our chin over to the left. Push into rotation, not pushing our head forward. Find the max on your range of motion. Lift our right ear up as if we were lifting a weight up off the floor. Slowly push our chin up and over to the right. All the muscles of our neck should be working. Slowly pull our left ear down. Slowly push our chin to center. And relax. In whatever position we're in, let's round our back, hug our bellies in, maybe slide our hands forward, bringing the back of our hands together. And then inhale, lengthen across our belly, lift our chest, rise up, bring our arms back, palms face up. And then exhaling, rounding, drawing our arms forward. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. And inhale, open. Back to neutral. From here, we're going to set up for a restorative Savasana. I'm going to give you two options. If forward head, where your head pushes forward, is something that you're working on today, I want you to take your towel, fold it up, or roll it up. You're going to take it at the back of your mat, leave enough space for your head to rest on the floor and the rest of your spine to rest on top of your towel. You can take whatever height feels good for you. You're going to come all the way onto the towel, so shoulders are going to be right at the edge of your towel, and your head is going to rest on the floor. Arms will come out, chest will open. Your other option is a heart opener, which focuses more towards the center of your chest. And that one is a block that's higher in the back and lower towards your body. If you got a tall block like this one, I highly recommend running the long way with your spine and the short way for your head. Start with something low, see how you relax into it, and then work up to something higher. So you choose whatever position you want to work on today, and then you're going to lower down onto your prop, making sure that your spine is being supported in whatever variation you're choosing. And once you get comfortable and aligned onto your prop, close your eyes. Make sure that your palms are facing up. This helps open up the front of our shoulders. When you arrive into the pose and this feels uncomfortable, don't expect that your body is going to relax into that. Instead, find a variation that your body's willing to relax in, and you'll probably find that there's a lot more relaxation, a lot more letting go that still needs to happen. Drawing our awareness back to our body. And our breath begins to deepen. Invite movement back into your body in any fashion that feels good for you. You have a few options here, depending on where you're at. If you have no props underneath you or just a towel, you can roll over to your right side and then gently press yourself up. If you have blocks underneath you, draw your arms to your side, squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back, and lift your head, walk your elbows back, and then come up onto your hands one at a time. As we find our way to a comfortable seated position, see if you can press your pelvis forward, align your spine, reach up to the crown of our head. Our palms face up, feel the openness of our chest, the alignment of our head and neck. Notice how this slower practice of listening to our body felt, of honoring where we are, of still finding movement, warming up our joints, reducing inflammation, but also building stability through our joints, building strength. Let's take our hands together in front of our heart, seal in all that we found, remembering that it's all a lesson, it's all an opportunity to learn. Whether it may feel bad or good, try and let go of the labels and instead honor where you are, reminding ourselves that this is a journey, and sometimes those journeys change. Take that as a gift as we move off of our mat. Namaste.